Grand Rising. How are you guys doing on this beautiful Saturn day? I love me a good Saturn day energy because Saturn, Capricorn, 10th house, all related, all similar, have to deal with, the law, the discipline. I just love the energy because it means business. Capricorn rules CEOs and corporations, so it makes sense why it's a day for planning. And on these days, I really would be receiving a lot of downloads, maybe some things that I haven't been really paying attention to. It'd be really just like deep thoughts for the most part. Like spirit be like telling me, like guiding me in a way, like things that I have to take care of. Oh, you got to take care of this. It's usually a day that I'd usually detox to, because I feel like the energy that comes with this day, plus in combination of detoxing, it gives you like it gives me a good, real concentration. The energy of the day, and accompanying that with detox, because I feel like I'm just more focused, at least me. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this energy, but I just like, and plus it's the full moon combination, so I know the energy is a little amplified today. We have 2222 coming up on Tuesday, so that should be a real exciting day as far as Pluto changing. In U.S. is going to receive Pluto changing its sign, and hasn't changed its sign within the last 278 years. So this should be an interesting shift, and you're going to watch stuff unfold with the government, and just watch the news. Pay attention to what's going to happen with this shift that's coming, because it hasn't came since all of us are alive. So this is going to be something that hasn't happened in history. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting day. I did it like that. So this is in reverse. Never received this card before. So I have to look at it this way. Woman warriors, this to look like a woman warrior card. And then it has a wreath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of Wands in reverse. What this is telling me so far, since it's in reverse, what I see here, looking in upright, is a group of women coming together, and they look like they're going, hard at something, or it looks kind of like war in a way. War, or them coming together, really just coming together. So with this in reverse, and the horse is fully covered, that's an interesting to look at. And then there's a wreath on her wand. I'm trying to figure out and she's wearing a wreath. What does the wreath symbolize? I would say it's full circle coming together, and then it's surrounded by the green of the leaves. So, what does the wreath symbolize? Which is interesting. I know it's going to be significant. And then the covered horse is significant as well. I've never seen the horse being covered. So, yeah. Interesting stuff here. A group of women, coming together. This is like that feminine warrior type of energy. It reminds me of like your feminine, like that feminine warrior energy, but it's in reverse. So you're against others or a group. Maybe making it's interesting. Interesting card. I'm very excited just to see how it will play out, because today I don't want to get into that as yet. I really want to try to dissect this as much as I can, so you guys, we can receive a clear understanding of what is going to happen today. Working against others or a group, making enemies with women, or conflict. Making enemies with women or conflict. Some type of opposition, some type of opposition. When dealing with others. I can see that this energy is like it's like overpowering and dominating. Taking charge and taking action. Being a leader, having the will, courage, strength, sometimes opposition, dealing with others, taking charge and taking action, being a leader, having will, courage, and strength. For personal endeavors. What else am I receiving from this? It is in reversed. The Six of Wands in reverse today. It has a reef here. It's like the circle of life. So it is a circle, and it is, you know, the green. So it is life. And then she has that on the wand as well. So, oh, some of the girls look distressed. One of the girls look very distressed. like scared or worried or fierce. Huh. Scared, worried. You can be the other girl that's in the corner over here. If you look at her face, she looks a little worried and scared over there. About what is to come. This is coming like... I always try to figure out like what the wand is trying to indicate. But this would come to me, the horse, seem like they're moving forward. It really is highlighting like the fire element. And I'm confused. Am I confused? But sometimes with the wands, some cards, but a lot of the cards I will think it is, you know, on more of the side of the fire element, and the swords is more on the side of the air element. But I was taught that the wands is mind, having to do with the air element instead of the fire, like this is portraying, and the swords is the fire element. So it's just very interesting that I keep running into this question, and I would love for one of you guys to really, who maybe has been in the game and maybe been reading cards, to really like we can have a little conversation, or you can kind of guide me on why you think with the wands and the sword, which element it resonates with the most. So that's some interesting conversation, because what I'm seeing is that it's coming off as the wands as being the fire element. This is like a very fiery card, just with some of the words, and the look of it is not like they're standing there and they're thinking. This is people that are coming together and taking charge. Maybe being weak or scared or fearful. What else could go wrong if this is in reverse, coming together? It's woman, very... So, your inner courage. And she look like she's hurt. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't want to be writing too much, and then it's too much. 6 of Wands in reverse, because it's funny, today is my little nephew's birthday. Happy birthday, Zay Zay. Happy 4th birthday at that. They keep growing, these kids. So, yeah, he's having a birthday party, so I have to go over to my family's house where they'll be having the birthday party. And like in the past, me and my family, we weren't as close as we are now. So that is close, but I was more distant. And when I would go over there, honestly, I would really have to, when I would go over there, I would really have to prep myself up. Like, I would doubt basically going over there, because, you know, the things that I do and my family were just like 2 different people, honestly. I changed my diet since this journey, like basically since even when before I used to be like alcoholic, out all night, you know, different guys. This is just the truth. Talking to different guys, dancing. I was just out. Girl was just having fun, traveling, doing just different things. Every night I was out. Every night I had something I was doing. So totally every night I'm in the house now. So I'm saying the life I was used to live, it used to be just so different from what I'm living today. And that kind of caused separation when I was out there drinking, doing that, was separation. Me and my family always kind of been separated. I always felt like I was kind of by myself because I basically am like the cousin. All of them are brothers and sisters. I'm the cousin. So even from before, I always felt like I was different. And then I started drinking, doing all of that. And then something got into me last 2 years ago that I just needed to really change my life. Like drinking and all that stuff I was doing wasn't serving me. I didn't know that while I was doing that. It just kept on leading me to different things. So the things that I was opening up to was my diet changing, eating more healthier, tarot cards, things like this. My mom will call the devil. Just the cards in general. Diving really deep into my spirituality. I have The Sacred Woman here by Queen of Fua. Things like this I was really getting into. And my family's not like this. They don't, they eat meat. Not nothing against my meat eaters. It's just I changed my life. And, I eat fish here and there too. So nothing against meat. It's just the different consciousness. Them being basically the same since I basically knew them, and me basically changing and kind of elevating my life. Really, I'm not saying all the time I'm in the high vibrations and feeling good and have the most highest and greatest spirit all the time, because that's not realistic. But I try to seek and aim for higher vibrations. And there's just some people who are aware of this. Some people haven't reached that download. Some people haven't did the work. And that's okay. And I realized my family is some of that. And so when I used to want to go over there, I used to just hate. Like, oh my God, I was dreading it. Oh my God, it's another birthday party. Oh my God, I have to go over there again and deal with our mom and her bullshit. She's going to talk about all the things that she's stuck in. Older people be stuck. Like, oh, when you're getting married and why don't you work that 9 to 5? Things like that. Like, I'm over here trying to build my own business. Nothing against my 9 to 5ers. But it's like when you're so stuck in a certain mindset like my mom is, it's hard for her to hear like someone else is doing something else other than going to college and going to a Christian church and, all these things that she's just used to. So when you open up to her something new, it's the devil. I can't even tell her I'm taking astrology class. I had to tell her it was the self-development class because she would call it demonic, Before I used to tell the truth on these things, but eventually it's like, why tell the truth when the people you tell the truth is just going to down it? It's just going to make you feel worse. Oh, astrology, that's for the devils. Oh, astrology, that's, demon. That's for, it kind of blows your high. And that's what my mom is. She's a blow higher. I'll come over there to paint. There's my little nieces and nephews over there. I'll bring paint and painting equipment. She's really old school, really Haitian, So it really, she can suck when it comes to things and new things and things like that. So I always had to get mentally prepared. Like, oh my God, I gotta go over there. So now these days, the fact that I've been more consistent with, meditating and journaling and just really harnessing that energy that is really helping myself be a better person, I can kind of sacrifice the time that I need to. But before, my problem was I'll spend hours over there as females and males is funny. My brother, he'll go over there and he'll stay for like an hour. Me, I go over there, I want to help, I want to do this, I want to do that, just be that extra. But then I started to think about it, like, I love my family, but who would do the same for me? The things that I be doing for them sometimes is like I'm the second youngest, even for like birthdays. It's a little petty. I'm gonna be a little petty, but I'm just being honest. I'm the second youngest, and I feel like sometimes I feel like bad, for not texting them happy birthday, but like being the first one. Like, my birthday's in February, and then sometimes like my older brother, he won't say nothing to me. But then when it's his birthday, I always feel like I have to like shout him out. Like, oh, when I get on my phone, I speak to my sister. We're the ones that are mainly close. So sometimes I'll be like, oh, is Dave home? Let me tell him happy birthday or something like that. But they will never do the same thing to me. That energy never comes back to me. So it's just like, that's okay. Not everything needs to be the same. But It's just I feel like a lot of times I'm always trying to be that mature. I'll go over there and spend hours, helping out and doing, giving the extra hand. But as a woman, I feel like we have to in a way, but we don't have to. And that's another just sucky thing about just being a woman. Like, you always think you gotta be the extra hand, where guys, they'll come to the party and just come. A woman, we have to lend an extra hand all the time and always be involved. But I be looking like, who's involved in doing these? This is just straight up talk. Who's involved in, these are all my older siblings. They should be reaching out to me more, too, I feel like. Not only me trying to be the mature one, but I feel like a lot of times I have to be the mature one, which can suck, like the one to do it first. It can suck. It just is what it is. So this is just real straight up talk. Things aren't always peaches and creams. I don't always have let me go help everybody out and be the greatest of the greatest. I have my own life and lists of many, many things that I have to take care of. And speaking of that, I would love to talk and chat with you guys more. But it's time for me. It's Saturn day. So Saturn day is a good day, like I was saying earlier, just to look at my junk in the back. Saturn day is definitely a good day just to harness that energy and utilize it, because it really is like a strong energy, and if you use it the right way, you will have the benefits at the end of the day. So happy Saturn day. And the full moon will, usually use the full moon within 3 days so you can catch up, maybe charge your stones outside, maybe do a full moon bath ritual, put up some candles, put some herbs, put some crystals in there, write your manifestation. But it is full moon. What you like to do during full moon is do a release. Full moon time, it's not really a time for manifestations, but you can use the energy for just drawing in. But if it was me, I would try to use the time, because the full moon is full, to use it to get rid of any things that are, do the shadow work. Shadow work is things that, when we really sit down with ourselves and really talk to ourselves to see the negative traits, things that are hurting us, things that are making us our best selves, like smoking, or maybe not working out every day, or maybe procrastination, maybe you lie too much, maybe you argue too much, maybe you have road rage, all these different things. It's just to do the shadow work so that the energy supports that, so that when the new moon does come, you already have let go and did the work throughout this cycle to be your best self and to really execute what it is that you need to now execute with the energy of being removing of which is holding you. Because a lot of that shadow work and shadow energy just be dragging us, pulling us from our greatest self, because we're so used to it, where we keep it hidden. It's the shadow. It's not really something that maybe we don't want to admit about. Like, oh, I don't admit that I have road rage. I want to continue, whatever. But if that, time you do it, maybe you feel bad. Maybe it's like, why am I just doing this? Why am I giving my energy away to this? We got to really pay attention to these things. Write it in the book, write it down. And then when it's the full moon, use this time to really pay attention to how you want to release it. And you can release it by doing... How can you release it? By really writing it down, focusing on it, meditating on how you want to release it. Or a good way to release, I feel like, it's always detoxing. Can help you really, when you harness that energy and you're building momentum of detoxing, and you're doing the prayer and you're really praying on, not praying, but really trying to like cleanse and remove things. So you detox, and maybe you take these spiritual baths to try to remove this energy away from you. Or another way you can do it is by meditating. You breathe in that positive trait that you're trying to, because as you have a shadow book, you also have a white soul mirror book, which is all the good things about you. Just don't pay attention to the negative. In your white soul mirror, write things that are good about you. So when you do try to release, you're not only releasing, but you're also bringing in that positive trait. So what I like to do, one thing I had problems with was communicating, opening up. One thing that I wanted to work, and I think I'm good at, that I need to maybe develop more, is teaching. So, and what you kind of want to do is do it on the same polarity. Like, me not speaking up and then teaching would be like the same pull. Like, let's say procrastination or road rage. Those are like two different things. You want to kind of keep your positive and your negative on the same polarity, so that when you're breathing in, teaching, breathe into teaching and visualize yourself teaching. And then when you're pulling out, you're drawing out your negative trait, you visualize yourself drawing out and releasing, I'm not speaking up. And then do it again. And you think about teaching, the word teaching, you say that to yourself silently. And then when you let it go, you're letting out the negative trait, which is not speaking up or whatever that negative trait is. So you kind of get what I'm saying. So use this time to release. Use this full moon. Maybe charge your crystal stones. You can charge it putting it out in the full moon. You can charge it, some of them work in the sun. You can charge it putting a water bowl out there, or just put it in a potted plant in the soil, submerge it in there for a few hours, 12 to 24 hours, whatever your soul is calling for. And yeah, just use this energy, because full moon energy be no joke. It be extra heightened out here, and I don't need you guys missing out on the beauty, the divine beauty that's here for all of us. So yeah, until again, I'll see you guys mañana. Have a great day in this full moon. Yes, because I'll be using this energy. I was kind of late on it, I'm not gonna lie, but it's never too late. You got 3 days to utilize this energy. So utilize it the best way you can. Again, I'll see you guys down in the comment box, where we can discuss how our reading today resonated with us, or maybe it didn't. You guys want me to read it again? Okay. It said, working against others or a group, making enemies with women or conflict, sometimes of an opposition when dealing with others, maybe overpowering or maybe dominating, taking charge, taking action, being a leader, having the will, the courage, the strength, maybe for your personal needs, maybe selfish needs. Maybe you're scared or you're worried about what is to come. You're feeling weak or feeling fearful. Hold up, I gotta draw up this book. I didn't give you guys the second book today. I'm like, I see this here, and I didn't give it to you guys. So right here, it says a lot. For reverse, it says apprehension, fear, as of a victorious enemy at the gate. Treachery, disloyalty as the gates being open to the enemy. Wow, what a card. I didn't see all that, but okay. Yeah, disloyalty should have been there, because you're like going together with the group, and then now it's like, it's a verse. It's like, maybe I'm not with the group now. I'm being disloyal. I'm doing my own thing now. So yeah, I see that. So yeah, let me know what it is, if this is really applying to you. All right, guys, closing it out.